Hello and welcome everyone. As always, it's great to have you with us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news, it's been 15 years since two planes hit the World Trade Center and forever changed the lives of millions. Several stories from that day are still being told right here on the Sun Coast during the many events scheduled to honor the fallen. ABC 7's Kate Flexter heard some of those stories and joins us live from Sarasota National Cemetery, where one of those memorials is underway. Kate?
Adam, hundreds are gathered out here tonight for this ceremony, and as you said, it's one of several around the Sun Coast, all to make sure that this day is remembered.
For many, September 11th, 2001 is hard to forget. For those like Rory McConnell, it's impossible.
See the towers in flames was devastating. When they were building them, I was a kid, and every time we went through the city or near the city, you were always looking at the towers going up.
The Sarasota resident worked as a corrections officer in New York City at the time and was assigned to help the medical examiner's office in the days that followed. But above all else, he remembers the city's resilience and kindness.
The supplies that came in from all the schools, all the kids putting their names on bottles of water, just simple things,
For Manhattanite Norm Schimmel, those simple things stood out the most. For some, he says 9/11 was just a day, but for New Yorkers, it was months, even years.
People walked around like zombies. The only thing you did is if you saw a first responder or something like that, or you immediately went into a store and got a bottle of water and brought it out to them.
He recalls the deafening silence that followed when the city, constantly in motion, came to an eerie halt.
The amount of sirens day and night was the only thing that broke the silence. And you couldn't walk any place without seeing pictures of people saying, have you seen this person, because of the non-acceptance of death or not wanting to accept death.
Today, kids are learning about the Twin Towers in history books. And for Schimmel and McConnell, who lived it, the challenge becomes making sure that even generations who can't remember the day never forget.
That's 15 years isn't anything. This is going to be forever.
I think it's an important thing in our nation's history to understand and never, ever happen again.
At tonight's ceremony, Schimmel will be presenting a plaque to a local school to make sure that those that even weren't alive during 9/11 will never forget that day. Live in Sarasota, Kate Flexter, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Kate. The annual Fallen Heroes Memorial Ceremony was held today at Patriots Park in Venice. A 2-ton steel beam from the World Trade Center wreckage is part of that memorial. To honor those lost, dozens came out to share their stories and reflect on how September 11th changed the country forever.
I was a police officer for 36 years. I retired out of the state of Michigan as a police chief. I was working when 9/11 started, and it has completely changed our lives around.
We have a lot of emotional feelings about it all, in the country and the people that are dying for us still.
Event organizers are paying tribute by honoring the names of the firefighters and officers killed on 9/11. Another 45 names were engraved on the 9/11 memorial earlier this year before Memorial Day weekend. A yoga studio in Lakewood Ranch hosted a workshop for those suffering from PTSD. 4 Pillars is partnering with Green Zone Hero to help those traumatized by the 9/11 attack or any other life-altering experience. They say 70% of adults have experienced some type of traumatic event that affects quality of life. Medical and scientific research has documented that the body stores stress and trauma deeply in the muscles and brain circuits.
I've developed a program for people with post-traumatic stress disorder, whether they be a Vietnam vet or had suffered a traumatic experience within their life. And through this science, with certain and specific techniques, breathing, mantra, and meditation, we can help neutralize the central nervous system and the subconscious.
The effects of stored trauma may include nightmares, anxiety, panic attacks, and depression. They say yoga can release the stress held in the body. Locals are giving back through a commemorative blood drive today. The Suncoast Blood Bank hosted the event in Lakewood Ranch, and donors lined up to give blood in remembrance of those involved in the tragedy. Many groups in the area took part in giving back, including local restaurants and organizations.
15 years ago, we were actually in Frewsburg, New York when 9/11 happened, and Saw a lot of weird things that day, so I figured, hey, might as well finally donate something.
I can't believe that it's been 15 years. I remember exactly the day, what I was doing, and it just seems so long ago and far away now, and I just wanted to do something to kind of, have a memory of it and do something nice to support the day.
The event also aimed to bring the community together in promoting selfless acts of kindness. 15 years after the attacks, families of victims killed on that day are gathering at the World Trade Center to remember their loved ones. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has this report.
Thomas Henry McGinnis.
Michael Gregory McGinty.
Through tradition,
Wilfredo Mercado.
Wesley Mercer.
And tearful memories.
I'm sorry, I never got to say goodbye, bro.
Paying tribute to the 2,996 lives lost in the September 11th terror attacks 15 years ago today.
15 years are like 15 seconds.
From here below the resilient reflection of the new One World Trade Center, to the Pentagon,
as Americans, we do not give in to fear,
and the field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Ceremonies highlighting not only the utter loss and horror of that day, but the heroism.
You saved many lives on September 11th. Thank you, Wells, for the gift of your final hour.
Honoring the legacies etched into history and into the hearts of those too young to remember.
I'm 15 years and 3 months old. Though I only knew you for 3 months, I feel like I've known you forever.
Those grieving family members of all ages say this day never gets any easier, but that it is so important to be here, carrying on that vow made 15 years ago to never forget. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, New York.
Hillary Clinton was seen stumbling away from that 9/11 memorial at Ground Zero this morning. New video shows Clinton visibly struggling to get into her van, and she loses her balance as aides try to hold her up. Her campaign says she felt overheated. It may have been a sign of pneumonia. Her doctor says she was diagnosed with the illness on Friday and has been advised to rest and take antibiotics. Now let's go over to Wendy Ross for a first check on our weather today. Wendy?
Well, today was a beautiful day to be outdoors, but it was very, very hot today. 91 degrees right now with plenty of sunshine around, and that's the reason for the heat, is we haven't had the rain to come on in and cool things off. The showers once again have been very spotty. They've been widely scattered, and as you can see, most of the rain has been over the southern part of the state, with a couple of heavier showers that got heavy once they moved over the Gulf waters and moved away from shore. So we are looking mostly at sunny conditions right now, and the rain showers for the most part have moved off, but we are getting some around the Sunshine Skyway, the northern sections of Manatee County. Others are forming well east, and they're going to make their way over towards the west coast, so we still have the opportunity for some showers to develop throughout the nighttime hours. So that's what we can expect, and what we are going to continue to see over the next several hours is the temperatures staying on the warm side. We'll also be taking a look at the tropics when we come back and let you know what we can expect for this upcoming week. Adam?
All right, thank you, Wendy. Locals are also gathering right now to remember 2 lives lost on the Sun Coast. A vigil is taking place in Palmetto to honor the Youssef brothers who were murdered on Labor Day just 1 year ago. We're taking you out there live right now where you can see the prayer circle that's happening. It is outside the convenience store where Qassem and Ferris Youssef worked, Snappy's Mart, up there in Palmetto. It was there that the 2 brothers were shot execution style during an evening shift 1 year ago. The killer, Devin Chandler, was eventually arrested and charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder. Organizers say today's ceremony is about taking a moment to let the family of the victims know they have not been forgotten. A woman shot this morning in front of a house in Bradenton has died from her injuries. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office responded yesterday to reports of an argument near the 5800 block of 11th Street East. Deputies arrived to find Ernestine Garner laying on the ground in front of the home. She was said to be in stable condition when EMS arrived, but later passed away from her injuries at Blake Hospital. The Sheriff's Office says there are no suspects in the case. Anyone with information should contact Crime Stoppers. Orlando officials are pushing to keep aid in place for those affected by the Pulse nightclub massacre. The city council voted to pay the Orlando United Assistance Center over $120,000 to remain staffed through early November. Officials say they want to keep the center open for at least 3 more years. The center offers grief counseling, rent assistance, and other services to families of the 49 victims killed in the attack. Still to come here on ABC 7, a shocking update from the Center for Disease Control regarding our ongoing battle against Zika. Stay with us.
What does it mean when New South Window says factory direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
For Florida homes.
By Florida workers, because we know Florida weather.
Bring your measurements this Saturday from 9 to 4 to get huge discounts. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Monday at 5 on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan. Could your insurance coverage have you paying for unnecessary medical testing?
Monday on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll show you why some patients with better insurance could be getting low-value services that they don't need. Josh?
And it looks like more upper-level moisture will be moving into the area. What does that mean for our forecast? We'll let you know.
Monday at 5 on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
40 Carrots Family Center and the Community Foundation of Sarasota County present a free speaker event, The Gift of Failure, How the Best Parents Learn to Let Go So Their Children Can Succeed, featuring author and educator Jessica Leahy at Hyatt Regency Sarasota on Monday, September 12th. Discover how to motivate kids to learn for the sake of learning. Wean kids off rewards, bribes, and parental reminders, and approach parenting as a journey toward competence. RSVP required at 40carrots.org. That's FORTY carrots.org.
The fight against Zika is getting a stark and shocking assessment from the head of the Center for Disease Control. Dr. Thomas Frieden is telling Congress that if they don't act now on Zika funding, the financial consequences could last decades. He said by the end of the month, the CDC will be out of money to respond effectively. That means more men, women, and children impacted by the virus.
In the coming weeks and months, we will see, unfortunately and tragically, many more babies born in Puerto Rico and in the continental U.S. with microcephaly and other birth defects.
This is obviously an issue we're going to have to resolve this month.
There are 56 locally transmitted cases of Zika in South Florida. 84 pregnant women have been infected. Despite all the spraying, the city announced a 4th mosquito pool tested positive for infected mosquitoes in Miami Beach. Debris pickup from Tropical Storm Hermine is about to begin in the Panhandle. The collection of yard waste, debris, and other materials left by Hurricane Hermine across Leon County and the city of Tallahassee will begin Monday. The city, county, and state officials expect all residents will receive the collection service within the next 2 weeks. Tallahassee and Leon County spent more than $10 million in response to Hermine. And while we were brushed with Hermine, I mean, they took a direct hit out there.
They took a direct hit, and they had many people without any electric. And you know, it's interesting, isn't it? We were on what we refer to as the dirty side of the storm, so we didn't get a direct hit, but we certainly had copious amounts of rainfall, especially around Manatee County northward, some places in Sarasota County and Charlotte, also getting all of that wet weather. But it has been quiet today. It has been hot. Take a look at these temperatures. 95 was our daytime high. Normally this time of the year we should be 89 degrees. We did have a record set back on this date in 1925. And it was 98 degrees on that day, but it was hot enough today. We certainly felt it. And right now it's 91 degrees for us under mostly sunny conditions, high humidity, and we're looking at those winds coming in out of the east at around 9 miles per hour. And everywhere around the state, we're still looking at temperatures in the 80s and 90s right now. So this is what it looks like right here across our viewing area. We have temperatures that are slightly cooler on Longboat Key and Siesta Key. Venice reporting 85 degrees, as is Northport, and much cooler down here in Boca. They've had some strong showers that came on through and have now moved out into the Gulf of Mexico. And then eastward, we're looking at temperature readings mostly in the 90s. But look at the heat indexes. Even at this hour, 100 degrees is what it feels like in Tampa. 98 degrees is what it feels like at the airport. So it still feels very hot out there. And all of the rain is bottled off the shoreline right now in the Atlantic. You can see all of this cloudy weather that we're looking at right here. And this is eventually going to start to make its way across the state of Florida. And it is going to be bringing us some better chances for rain as the week progresses. We're going to be looking at a 50 to 60% chance of rain instead of today's 30 to 40% chance. So what we're looking at right now is some showers that are forming along the central part of the state. Most of the rain today has been down to the south, and they're going to be moving in our direction throughout the evening hours. So we'll get a stray shower that comes on through. Right now there's not a whole lot of activity across our immediate viewing area, but we do have some showers forming over the central part of the state, and it will start to continue, or it will be continuing in our direction. Now, as far as the actual rainfall amounts are concerned, we're going to see less than ½ inch of rainfall through Monday, but then Monday afternoon we start to get the showers coming on through Tuesday and Wednesday, and so we'll have increasing showers as the work week wears on, and that means just about the entire state of Florida is going to see a good opportunity for rain. So you can see the showers beginning to come on in from the east coast to the west coast. There's high pressure to the north of us. That's helping to usher those showers in, bringing us that easterly flow of air that will help to set up the showers that we are going to be seeing over the next couple of days. This is the area that we've been talking about for the last couple of days too. There is the possibility this could become a depression either later tonight or possibly tomorrow. Now there is only an 80% chance of that happening instead of the 90% chance. And of course, we have already talked about the moisture that is off of the Atlantic, and that is going to be moving in our direction as well. So this is what we'll be seeing over the next couple of days, a 50 to 60% chance of rain. Temperature highs back up into the 90s once again for tomorrow. Adam?
Now, sports.
The NFL season kicked off today. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers opening up in Atlanta for a chance at an early lead in the NFC South. It's Dirk Cutter's first game at the helm of this Tampa Bay team. And in the first half, with the Bucs down 7, Jameis Winston rolls out and finds his backup tight end Brandon Myers for their first touchdown of the season. Game tied at 10. But coming up later in the first half was by far the play of the game. With less than a minute to go in the half, Winston dumps one off to running back Charles Sims at the 20, and Sims absolutely will not be denied. He battles through the entire Atlanta defense. 4 touchdown passes for Winston in this one. The Bucs win 31-24. The Miami Dolphins are also on the road right now playing the Seattle Seahawks. Both teams having a little trouble finding the end zone early in this one. The Dolphins just scored. They are now leading 10-6. And the Jaguars lost a nail-biter against the Green Bay Packers today. Blake Bortles throwing for over 300 yards and a touchdown in the opener, but the Packers hold on to win 27-23. The Tampa Bay Rays were witnesses to history today before their game in New York, taking part in the pregame 9/11 ceremony at Yankee Stadium. Tributes to 2001 were all over the ballpark, including right on the bases. Bagpipers and flag bearers also marched the field to honor first responders. Manager Joe Girardi and Dylan Betances also carried a wreath to the stadium's 9/11 memorial plaque, followed by a moment of silence. Now, when the game eventually did begin, it was the Rays who would strike first. Corey Dickerson gets on top of the high fastball for a 2-run home run in the second. The Rays jumped to an early lead, 2-0. Then later in the sixth, Logan Forsythe at the dish, and he would add another long ball. Deep shot to left center, Forsythe's 19th of the season. The Rays go up 3. Brad Miller would also add another solo shot later in the inning for his 27th home run of the season, and the Rays would go on to win in New York 4-2. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC 7, your Suncoast News, on Roku. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC 7, your Suncoast News, on the go.
At SWC Properties, we pride ourselves in providing to you the very best in customer satisfaction, and the secret's getting out. Maybe that's why so many people have chosen to list their homes with our friendly and qualified agents. After all, it only makes sense to list with a growing agency that markets in so many places. To list your home with SWC, give us a call at our Bradenton office and ask for Eric Schrock.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC 7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC 7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community. Download ABC 7's free all-new news app at your app store today.
Are the credit card bills closing in on you? Sick and tired of the constant struggle just to stay afloat? Shouldn't this be the year you get a fresh start? Well, now you can settle your debts with dignity and without bankruptcy, with zero upfront or monthly fees. Get the professional help at the Thomason Law Group and get a fresh start. It's easy to sign up. We do all the real work. Better than credit consolidation or credit counseling, the Thomason Law Group uses the power of legal professionals to settle your debts. You don't have to face this alone. We can help with an affordable monthly payment. Call now if you have over 15 grand in debt and settle your debts so you can have hundreds more each month. Don't put this off. Legal settlement can get you fast, easy debt resolution and let you get back to the important things in life.
Call the Thomason Law Group at 1-800-394-1667. That's 1-800-394-1667.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
The countdown to the crowning begins. For the last several days, beauty and grace has once again descended upon Atlantic City. That's where we find ABC's Ray Ramundi at Boardwalk Hall with a preview of tonight's Miss America competition.
52 contestants from across the U.S. and its territories, all vying and dreaming for this very moment.
Miss Georgia!
The sparkling crown, the bedazzled sash, and the coveted title of Miss America 2017.
Miss America
For the last 2 weeks, the beautiful and sophisticated young women have put forward their absolute best. This year, ESPN's Sage Steele and The Bachelor's Chris Harrison host the pageant. Among the women vying to take the crown is the first openly lesbian contestant, Miss Missouri, Erin O'Flaherty. Along with the glitz and glamour is the honor that comes with the Miss America telecast being held on America's darkest day, the same day the country memorializes those lost during the 9/11 terror attacks. Tonight's pageant is promising to be an entertaining spectacle, and as far as scholarship for the organization, Miss America has already raised more than $14 million. Ray Raymundi, ABC News, Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Sarasota's water ski team, the Skieries, are back on the water. Today was their first Sunday afternoon show of the new fall season. The team has been a staple in Sarasota entertainment since 1957. The group will be performing in the Sarasota Bay near Ken Thompson Park every Sunday at 2 p.m. And if you have the means, check them out because
they are amazing.
They are incredible.
Yes, they are. And I remember when I first came to Sarasota as a girl, I used to go out and watch them, and they've been around since 1950s. That's amazing.
I mean, it doesn't get old either. It's like those like those air shows where, I mean, still just the spectacle is amazing.
And they go in when the water gets cooler. Right now it's comfortable out there for me, but I'll tell you what, those waters get cold when the winter comes along. But right now we've got temperatures that are in the 90s. That'll be the case again tomorrow. We're going to be seeing afternoon showers coming in, but we have a 60% chance of rain beginning on Monday. It won't be a rainy Monday morning, but it will be a rainy late day.
All right, well, it's coming. Get ready for it, folks. Be sure to catch us after the Miss America pageant. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you later.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
Do we do too much for our kids as parents? I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we sit down with a controversial author who says we need to give children the gift of failure. Do you need a massage? You can now get one with the touch of a smartphone button. We'll give the Zeal Massage app a try. Plus, our celebrity makeup artist is back with the latest on varicose vein repair. And Sift Bakehouse joins us in the kitchen.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.